Hey there, and good afternoon, North Utah community. My name is Micah Koger with Summit Construction and Renovation, and I wanted to jump on here and create a quick video talking about who I am, what we do, what we're all about. So like I said, my name is Micah Koger with Summit Construction and Renovation. We were previously Cache County Carpentry, but I wanted to expand to kind of create or to be more inclusive in the actual service area that we do service. We are based out of Logan, Utah. I kind of service the Cache Valley predominantly. However, we've been known to travel down to Salt Lake, Kaysville. I think it was West Jordan one time. We do kind of service lower, I guess, more the Salt Lake area, just if it makes sense for the job, really. We are a full service remodeling. Well, let me back up. I'm a general contractor. We mostly focus on remodels, renovations, ADUs, additions, that sort of thing. We do small and large scale remodeling, bathrooms, kitchens, basements, whole house, that kind of thing. But on the side, and this is kind of what I started off doing about 4 or 5 years ago now, was fencing and decks, and that's kind of what I do on the side still. We moved here. I moved here with my wife in August. I think it was August of 2023. I lived in Idaho for about 20 years before that, maybe a little bit more. Born in California, raised in Idaho, and now I live in Utah, and I have for the past 2 years. So I'm a man of the West, you could say. So yeah, so I guess a little bit about me. I was raised in Idaho. I was raised in a house that was built in 1910. And so that means that every weekend of every summer was a renovation. We were always doing something, tearing out a wall here, putting in a floor here, whatever. That's what we were doing. And that's kind of where I learned a lot about what I know today. When I became 18 years old, I started a job as as a welder fabricator, but really that just meant that I pushed a broom for a bit. But I quickly learned how to operate one of the machines there, which is a plasma table. And I just kind of did that predominantly, although I would weld on the side when I was needed. So yeah, I did that for about 2 years full time. And then I quit my job to start doing what I was doing on the side anyways, which was like fencing. And the reason for that was because I ran into a handful of people through my wife when I met her. She had a lot of family members, a lot of friends that owned businesses doing kind of the same stuff, and I wanted in on it. So I started that in, I want to say it was 2020, 21-ish. Yeah, somewhere around there. I started that up in Idaho, and I did that for a couple of years. Pretty much like right away, though, we started breaking into the remodeling. It was familiar to me. And yeah, I was able to get a lot of work up there doing that. And so we did that for, I think, 3 years up in Idaho before we decided to move here. I actually met her in Ogden, so we chose Logan. It's kind of not quite the halfway point, but the nicest halfway point, if you get what I mean. And by the way, I was raised in Nampa, which is about 30 minutes past Boise if you drive there from Utah. And so, yeah, I could have picked like Twin Falls, but I didn't really want to do that. So yeah, we settled in Logan. We've been there ever since. We've been doing the same old stuff, fencing, decking, and then remodels in the area. And so, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to introduce myself, talk about it, a little bit about who I am and what I do. So I look forward to getting to know people. So anyways, thanks for watching.